Hey everyone, it's Amanda, and today I'm going to be doing a full face tutorial. The brand of today's full face is Victoria Beckham Beauty. I would say I'm a fan of the brand. I'm going to be showing you guys how I use the products that I have used in the past and loved in the past, and also I'm going to be trying some new things that I'm so excited to try. But you guys, before we get into it today, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the bell notification so you don't miss any future uploads from me. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so first things first, you will notice I have a base on already and a little bit of brows. That's just because I don't believe Victoria Beckham Beauty carries those kind of products, at least not yet. But yeah, everything else I'm pretty sure I have, and I'm so excited. I think I want to add a little bit of warmth to my face. I'm feeling a little bit flat, so I'm going to go in with the matte bronzing brick in the shade 01. For the warm shade, we have Dusk, and for the contour shade, we have Sunkissed. This is the lightest shade that they have, so I'm going to kind of mix these two colors together. I think using my Rephr 04 brush, I'm just going to dip into that lighter shade, and I'm just going to start swirling that on the upper part of my cheekbone. I haven't actually used this before. This is really pretty, actually. I thought the shade would be too light for me, but it's giving a very natural, sculpted look. I'm gonna take that shade along my jawline as well. So far, I really like the way this is blending out. It's really not powdery at all. Very buttery, subtle, but still gives you that pigment, although it's not overpowering. I'm gonna take a little bit of the deeper shade and apply that on my forehead. Okay, that definitely is a little bit more pigmented and deeper in color. I'm really just gonna work that color into my hairline just to warm up my forehead a little bit. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that deeper shade, going in with a really soft hand and just kind of sculpting this area right here, just to give me a little bit more of a defined look. And then I'm kind of just going back into that lighter shade to soften those edges. And I'm really just taking my time here to blend that powder out. So you can see right away that this side here looks a lot more sculpted than this side, just because I layered those two colors to give me that depth that I'm after. Definitely apply this with a light hand. You don't want to apply too much. I think it's all about just building slowly. But these are layering on top of one another so beautifully. Yeah, I'm really just taking my time to layer those two colors to give me my desired effect. I just want to look really naturally snatched. I'm also just going to mix those two shades together and run that along the sides of my nose. I just feel like this step really pulls it all together. All right, I am so happy with that. I will definitely be reaching for this more often. This may have just become my favorite powder bronzer because I don't currently have one. Also, can we just talk about the packaging? This is stunning in my opinion. I just think Victoria Beckham packaging is next level elegant and luxury. Like, this palette is very heavy and like solid. I love the gold details. I just love everything about it. Okay, so I think I'm actually gonna move right on to eyes. For eyes, I'm gonna be using the Smoky Eye Brick in the shade Signature. So here we have the shade Cami, then Slip, then Saddle, and then Suede. This was in my favorites of 2022. I really love this palette. I love how tiny it is. And again, it's that same thing, really heavy, really beautiful details. It really just feels luxury, how I would hope a luxury brand would feel. I'm gonna pick up that Cami shade and I'm just gonna start blending that all over my crease. I'm also just gonna blend this up into my temples and kind of like combine those two shades together, this Cami shade with the bronzer I applied earlier. I love how this creates such a natural shadow on the eye. For those of you with fair skin, this is a really beautiful kind of eye contour crease shade. This is a very light, cooler toned brown. It really does appear like a shadow would on my eye. I find it really hard to find shadows like this. Honestly, a lot of browns run really warm on my skin tone. So to have this shade is really nice. It blends out so seamlessly. It's a really good base for almost any eyeshadow look. All right, so now I'm gonna dip into the shade Slip, which is the more so blushy kind of pinky shade. And I am just going to press that all over my lid. I love this shade as an all over lid color. It is so beautiful. I really am just taking that shade all over. I'm dragging it all across my lid. I'm even dragging it and blending it into my crease. I feel like this just creates such a beautiful gradient and makes it so seamless looking. So before I start layering any kind of textures on the eye, I'm gonna go in with some liner. I'm going to use the Satin Kajal liner in the shade Cocoa. So I haven't used this particular one before, but I have used other colors of this liner, and I'm really excited to use this one because it just looks like the most beautiful, cool brown. I'm gonna start by applying it mostly on the outer corners. And this doesn't have to be too neat because we're just gonna blend this out. All right, I like the way that is looking. That shape is looking good. I'm just gonna start blending that out with a tiny angled brush. And I'm just dragging the tail of that liner out towards the tail of my brow. So after going back and forth between using a small angled brush and a flat smudger brush, kind of like this, I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. It's soft, but also sharp at the same time. I really want this bottom edge to be a little bit sharper. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little baby cotton bud and just clean up that bottom edge with a little bit of micellar water. Okay, so I'm honestly really happy with the way that looks. That liner blended out so easy and it builds up so nice, so easy to apply. Honestly, I really love the Kajal liners by Victoria Beckham Beauty. The colors they have are really beautiful too, like really nice, natural, kind of earthy gemstone colors. So if you're into unique pencil liners, definitely go check those out because you can create a ton of looks with these liners. You can wear them as eyeshadow, you can wear them as liner in your waterline, tight line, whatever. I'm just gonna hop off camera and do the other eye really quick. All right, that is the liner. Honestly, that Kajal liner may be the easiest liner I've ever used. So far, these seem to have set down really nicely, and I just really love the color. It's a very deep, kind of like espresso brown, a few shades lighter than black, but still very deep. I think this is beautiful. I love a brown liner versus a black liner. I think it is just more flattering for any eye color, honestly. I think it makes your eyes pop, and it also just, yeah, something a little different, a little more natural, if you will. So yeah, I'm a big brown liner girl. All right, I think this look needs a little bit of shimmer texture. I am a huge fan of these lid lusters. They are so pretty. They come in so many different shades. The texture is gorgeous. It's not chunky glitter, but it's also not like a pearl. It's like the perfect metallic finish. I've never tried this shade before, but I'm kind of gravitating towards the shade Tea Rose just because it's a little bit pinky. Usually these apply sheer buildable, like you can really build them up to be a super high payoff color. We can also apply a really sheer wash and kind of apply it as a shadow topper as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a fluffy brush and pick up a little bit of this Tea Rose color. I really don't know what to expect, but I'm gonna start to just press that onto the center of my lid. So there is a little bit of fallout happening right underneath my eye here, but that's okay. It's nothing that I can't deal with. All right, that's actually really pretty. I was a little worried about how it was blending out at first because it looked kind of like it just stuck to my lid, but I actually like the soft wash of color that it gave. I don't know if I want to build it up too much, maybe a little bit more on the outer part. I'm going to try applying a little bit with my finger to see if that applies any differently. Okay, you definitely get more payoff with your finger. Okay, we're going in. And I'm just gonna go back in with that brush I used initially and just kind of spread those glitters around, giving a really diffused, kind of smoky, sultry look. I'm gonna try and brush away a little bit of that fallout. Okay, it actually brushed away really easily. Honestly, that cleaned up really nicely. Sometimes when shadows fall, especially shimmers, they'll like leave a cast of color, but I'm not seeing that as of right now. What do you guys think of this color? I think it's really beautiful, and I think because it has a bit of a purpley undertone, it makes my eyes pop really nicely. I usually am such a neutral eyes girl, but I like this little pop of something different. It's really pretty. I would describe this as like a really finely milled glitter topper. You could build this up if you use your fingers. You also might be able to get more of a metallic effect if you wet your brush before applying, but I'm pretty happy with just this, honestly. I think for this eye, I'm going to apply my base layer with my finger. Keep in mind as well, I did apply a base shadow, so if I had nothing on my lid or even just like applied it on top of primer, I think you'd probably get more of a color payoff. That applied really nicely, and it's actually really forgiving to apply with your finger. I'm just kind of building that color up all over my lid, and then going back in with that fluffy brush and just diffusing that glitter up. So that is the shade Tea Rose. I think it's beautiful. I'm definitely gonna be reaching for this again. I love how these come with a little stopper that you can put in here to prevent the shadow from just like breaking and getting everywhere, so that is a big plus. So to kind of finish off the eyeshadow, I'm gonna go back into my smoky eye brick. I'm just gonna take this shade here. This is the shade Suede. I'm taking that on a flat smudger brush, and I'm just gonna lightly define my lower lash line and focus on the outer third of my eye. This brown has kind of like a cool taupey undertone, so I think it'll go perfectly with this eye look. I'm actually gonna take it more like 2/3 of the way in. I'm liking the smoky vibes. And then taking a clean flat shader brush, I'm just gonna take that original shade we applied in the crease, Cami, and just apply that all along my lower lash line just to really smoke it out. Dipping back into that lid luster, I'm just gonna run a little bit of that Tea Rose shade along my lower lash line as well, just to kind of tie it in with the top. Originally, I was planning to use the Instant Brightening Waterline Pencil in my waterline because I really love this product. I think this is a really great brightening waterline pencil. This is a little bit warmer than, let's say, the Swede Bright Eye Pencil. I really do like this one, but I kind of want to do something a little bit different for this look. I think I'm going to use a different shade of their Kajal liner. I'm going to use the shade Fig, which is like a purple tone, a really, really deep kind of jewelry purple tone. I think I'm just going to run that all along my lower lash line, which is crazy because I never wear dark colors in the lower lash line, but I think it'll work for this look. Oh my gosh, it's actually kind of bright. I'm gonna bring it all the way in to my inner corner. I'm just gonna use a smudger brush and smudge that color into the lower lash line. That's quite a bit more dramatic than I initially thought, but honestly, I don't hate it. I'm gonna try and blend it out a little bit with that initial Cami shade. I'm just gonna kind of run that over everything, just kind of soften it up. This is honestly super out of my comfort zone, but I think it's really pretty. The purple is gorgeous. It's really making my green eyes pop. I'm gonna do the other eye and complete with mascara and see what I think. So I'm gonna be using their Future Lash mascara. This is a smudge-free lifting mascara. So I have used this before and I do like it. I will say I'm not sure if mine is just defective or if this is just what the mascara is. My brush always comes out with like globs of the mascara on it. I don't reach for this mascara as much anymore, but I remember when I first got it, I was really, really impressed. My first impressions were really good. So I'm excited to try it out again because it's been a while. So I'm really just focusing on applying that mascara all the way from root to tip. I personally really love a curved wand, so I do like that about this mascara. It does really lift and curl your lashes. All right, so that's what one coat looks like. It looks okay. I'm gonna try and build it up a little bit. I'm gonna go in with a second coat. Ooh, we're getting some clumping. All right, I'm just gonna stop right there. I don't know if you guys can tell, but on the outer corner there, it really is starting to clump together, unfortunately. I'm gonna try and fix it a little bit with a mascara brush. Okay, that's a little better, but honestly, not really stoked about the way this mascara applied. That might be because I went straight in with a second coat of mascara before letting it fully set down. That's usually what I do. It also could be that I have a faulty bottle and that issue that's happening with the excess product on the brush is clumping on me. I don't really know, but yeah, not stoked on this mascara. I remember really liking it when I first got it, but yeah, so unfortunately, I think I'm gonna grab a different tube of mascara and complete the eyes using that, just because I really don't want to deal with any clumping and any issues like that. So be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I did a few things in between where you saw me last till now. So I actually applied a strip lash on my lashes. I used a different mascara for my other eye and it looked way better, but my one eye still looked crusty. So I just felt like putting a strip lash on would help with that, make it look more even. But yeah, a little bit of technical difficulties finishing off the eyes with the mascara and the falsies. And I also ate dinner while I was gone. It was so good. But anyways, let's get back into the tutorial. So I have two of their cream blushes. These are just in a really sleek and sophisticated little tortoiseshell tube. They're a cream formula. These are their Cheeky Posh sticks. I have the shade Fever and I have the shade Fame, which are pretty much complete opposites from each other. Fame is like a mauvey, more purpley blush, which I was really intimidated to use at first, but I actually love the color. It is so, so pretty. I think I'm gonna use it today because this is Fever and it's like red. I just don't think that's the vibe. I think the purpley tone is more so the vibe. So I'm gonna go with that one. And the tubes that these are in are actually really small. So you can be really precise with your blush application. So I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna mainly focus it right here. But how pretty is that color? Oh, I just love it. I don't know why I was really nervous to use this color. I just thought it wouldn't be something that I was into, but I'm obsessed with this blush. So I'm just gonna blend that blush out with a dense brush, and I'm just gonna kind of pounce that brush right on top. Just blend that out. These blend out really easily. I actually really love the formula. I find them quite long wearing too. I find sometimes that blushes like this can be a little bit on the dry side, so I'm really pleasantly surprised that these are so creamy and so easy to blend. Ooh, that shade goes so well with the eyes. That is so gorgeous. I'm just gonna take my foundation brush from earlier and just kind of like blend the edges of that a little bit. I'm very into this cheek color. I actually use it really frequently. Moving on to lips, I have 3 of their lip pencils here. These are so beautiful. I love that they have the color on the end and again, just the classic black with gold. I have shades 1 to 3 here. I'm gonna swatch them on the back of my hand really quickly. All right, so these are those liners on the back of my hand. This is shade 3. This is shade 2 and this is shade 1. I think for today I'm gonna go with 3 just because it's a bit more of that same mauve-y tone. I think I'm just gonna kind of stick with a monochromatic look today. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with the shade 3. That is a really gorgeous lip liner. Wow. So beautiful and easy to apply. It doesn't feel dry at all. So originally I was going to use one of the lipsticks to finish off the look, but I think I just want to top the lips off with a gloss. This is the Posh gloss in the shade Bikini. This is just a really nice, cool nude pink. And I just want something really light that's not going to distract from the eyes, something really just nude and cool. So I thought this was perfect. Yep. This is just a super pretty, milky nude. I love that gloss. This is like the perfect 90s cool nude gloss. So perfect to go on top of any nude lip or just paired with a lip liner like this. Oh, it looks so pretty. So I think the only thing left I have to try is their highlighter. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting to try this. I've been saving it for this video. So this is their highlighter stick. As you can see, a bit of a different vibe with the packaging. There is no tortoiseshell, surprisingly. This is just a pure gold stick with a white cap with the gold detailing. I really like this packaging. They really never let me down with their packaging. It always feels luxury. It's always elegant, refined, timeless. So let's take a look. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. So that's what it looks like. I cannot wait. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it straight to my face. I'm just gonna go right ahead and apply it on my cheekbones here. Okay, so right off the bat, I can't really see any glitter. It's just like a gloss. I'm gonna tap that in using my finger. I really don't want to disturb the makeup underneath. Okay, I think this might be my new favorite highlighter. I don't like glittery highlighters. I don't like highlighters with shimmer really in it too heavily. I like it to kind of look like a gloss or a balm or just a natural, even like dew to the skin. So again, I'm just gonna apply it right on the high points of my cheek. You can kind of see before I blend it out what it looks like. It's super forgiving. You can just tap it right out super easily. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That is so beautiful. I'm gonna apply a little to the tip of my nose too. Oh, that is so cute. I love this highlighter stick. This is definitely going into my daily rotation. And I think that's it for the makeup. I'm gonna take my hair out and then give you my final thoughts. First, we have the matte bronzing brick. I actually really liked this bronzer. I think I'm gonna be reaching for it a lot, especially to set my contour or kind of even like soften the edges of it. Surprisingly, I kind of like the lighter shade in this palette over the darker shade. I kind of thought the lighter shade in this palette would be kind of useless because it looked very light. I didn't think it would really do much on my skin, but the effect it gives is so natural, so beautiful, and it really defines your face nicely, and there are absolutely no harsh lines with this powder. I really enjoyed this one. Moving on to the Smoky Eye Brick. I would love to try some of the other shades. In these little palettes, there's a warm toned red version of this, and it is so beautiful. This really is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes at the moment. So simple, timeless. The shadows blend like an absolute dream. I really would recommend these palettes. They are so quality and the color stories are absolutely stunning. I believe there's one for everybody. I think they have like 5 shades or something like that. Definitely go check these out. Okay, so moving on to the lid lusters. I have used these in the past. I think the packaging is really pretty and I love all the colors that these come in. I think they're really beautiful shades. That being said, I like this product. I don't love this product. I could probably live without this one, but these are a really beautiful addition to my collection. I will be reaching for them. I will continue to reach for them. I think the texture is really beautiful. I do feel like I've experienced similar textures, similar products in the past. Not saying it's not a good product. It is. It just isn't really blowing my socks off. It's not blowing me away. It's not the most unique product of their lineup. But if you see any colors you like in these guys, honestly, I would recommend them. I think they're wonderful. Just, yeah, not my favorite product from them. That's all. All right, moving on to the Kajal liners. I love the shade Cocoa. I use this to do my winged liner today and it is just beautiful. Easy to blend, easy to apply. I will definitely be using this liner more. It's a beautiful brown, very much my vibe. Highly recommend this one. The purple one was cool. I did like the purple one, definitely out of my comfort zone. So I would more so gravitate probably just to the brown of all of these liners, unless I'm doing a fun look, but that's just me. If you like jewel tones on your eyes, definitely take a look at their collection of liners. They're stunning, and I really do love the formula. I didn't use this today, but this is their Instant Brightening Waterline Pencil. I've used this in the past, and I can vouch for it. It is really good if you want that bright eye effect. I would recommend this one. It lasts pretty well, applies pretty easily. It is just a good product, and I personally like to apply this on my lower lash line to open my eyes up a little bit. Obviously, I didn't do that today, but I would wear this with an everyday makeup. Moving on to mascara. This unfortunately was a flop for me today. I don't know why. It might just not work for me. I might have gotten a dud. My brush is really like goopy when I take it out of the tube. It also really just clumped a lot on me. So I don't know. I am not a huge fan of this. I remember being a fan of it, but just not performing on me the way it used to. So unfortunately, this is a flop for me. Moving on to blush, I do really enjoy these cheeky Posh sticks. They are a beautiful formula. They blend out so easily. I really like the color range. I would like to get my hands on more of the shades to play with them. But yeah, this is a really beautiful product. I do find myself reaching for this blush over a lot of my other stick blushes recently. And I really love the shade Fame. I think it's really unique. I don't have really any blushes that I can compare to this color. It's beautiful. It might seem like a purpley mauvey blush, like it intimidated me at first, but I'm so glad I gave it a shot. It is one of my favorite blushes now. Moving on to lip liners, I have used a couple of these liners before. I never used the shade 01, but I used 2 and 3, and these are really great. I love the colors. The colors of these liners are beautiful. The formula is beautiful. I highly recommend these. I'm a big lip liner girl. If you want a really solid, beautiful luxury lip liner, and if you like the colors that they have available, I do highly recommend these. I think that they're stunning. All right, the Posh glosses. I've been a fan of these for a while. It's no secret. First of all, I just want to say these are heavy. I think it feels like they're in glass. I don't know if they are, but they feel like glass. These are probably the most luxurious lip glosses that I own. At least they feel the most luxurious. I love the colors they have. These are the colors that I use the most frequently. They just make really beautiful shades. I would say they're like a medium sheer finish. They apply great over lipsticks or on their own like I did today, just with a lip liner. I'm a big fan of these. I think they are beautiful. These are not sticky at all. They're so comfortable to wear. They're actually like very nourishing feeling, and yeah, very not sticky. They feel wonderful on the lips. And then last but not least, the Reflect highlighter stick. I was so pleasantly surprised by this product today. I did have high expectations, but I just think it's so pretty. It is right up my alley. I love a glowy, kind of glossy highlighter. I don't know that I have anything to compare this to. It's such a unique formula, very natural, easy to apply, easy to blend out. I'm not sure how long it would wear for. I can do a wear test in the future if that's something you are interested in. But yeah, highly recommend this one if you're not huge into traditional highlighters and you're looking for something a bit different, a little bit luxurious. This one, beautiful. All right, and I think that is it for my full face of Victoria Beckham beauty. What do you guys think? Do you like today's look? I do feel like this brand needs to be talked about more. Their products are genuinely really, really good, and I don't hear them being talked about as frequently as some other luxury brands that I see. So yeah, hopefully I can put Victoria Beckham beauty on your radar. Let me know if you try some of their products and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Do not forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the bell notification so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.